usually lasts until you guys are ready to pull out here in the afternoon. So it's a lot of fun. And it happens to be on a Friday when we don't have preschool. So if you're interested, that's all. Any questions on any of that?
Are you going to post that?
Yeah, we'll print that and put it on the back door too.
Okay.
That remind me, because I won't remember. And the QR code, please. All right, moving on. Joy's turn. Look how cute your turkey is.
Just click it and it clicks to the next screen.
Okay, this is to add on to our mechanics. The no quick start, you already know that. If you hear that enough times, you remember, don't quick start your bus. No matter how late you are, please don't quick start your bus. On Friday, this Friday, remember to switch your battery off so that it has battery when you come back and they don't have to start 15 buses. Please write your tread depth. If you're doing a work order on your tires, please put the tread depth on there. If you need to know how to use it, ask somebody and they'll help you. Emergency brakes on minis are only for emergencies unless you use a wheelchair bus. You gotta have your emergency brake engaged when you're doing your wheelchairs. Don't use your emergency brakes to park or at student stops. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, JJ Keller is a over-the-road truck training facility that accumulates all kinds of data, and they put their top 10 unsafe driving behaviors by frequency. So I'm not going to go over all of them, but if you go down the violation descriptions, speeding, 6 to 10 miles per hour over the speed limit, failure to obey lane restrictions, speeding, failure to maintain, speeding, unlawful follow. So there's a common thread here, and we all made these slides up for this show, and it's kind of a common thread. Slow down, please slow down. Take a second look. It's okay not to make the light. Don't scoot in behind another bus just so that you can make that light. Slow down. Your patience is a virtue and you're a personal driver. You heard that before. So take your time. We're okay, we're on the clock. You can wait. If a personal car pulls up into the lane at MIS and parks right there, just wait. Throw your hazards on and wait. It may back us up a minute or two, but it's okay. It's okay to be a few minutes behind. TAC met yesterday. It's our advisory committee, and the next one is December 12th at 9 a.m., and we meet right in here. Some of the items that we talked about, we had Kevin Rulek over from MIS. We talked about the traffic situation in MIS. It's not good, they know it. We've been talking about issues and situations. You'll see that they're digging a crosswalk over here. That should help a little bit. They're working, they're trying to be better and more efficient. They're talking about getting more people to help with supervising those kids that come out of the school because they're a little nuts when they come out. And also I did hear that they are giving a 1-minute call for the kids to get onto the buses, and I think that is helping, getting them there, getting them on, and getting them loaded. They're aware of the issues and they're working on it. It was nice to see him and nice for him to hear from our side of it as well, so I appreciate him being there. Please don't park in the crosswalks. That's a theme you've heard several times on here, especially at Pray Woodman. Sometimes you get caught. We all know that. We all understand that. But try not to get yourself into the crosswalk or that you'd be hanging over the back. Mays Middle School. Leave it a little narrow, like Chris said. The first 2 buses can maybe stop that. The last 2 buses can kind of maybe maneuver themselves so that you don't get a car coming in there through there. It's not the first time that's happened. The first time we got hit by a car. Slow down in your lot. Use your hazards in this lot. When you're backing up, give the right of way. Be patient. It's okay if you have to wait a few minutes. Strobe lights are not an option. On rainy or foggy days, the strobe light must be on in the rain and in the fog. And if somebody forgets to turn them off when they're in the parking, please be courteous when you're asking them. Don't be mean. Special needs discussions led to a new policy at TAC. And so we came up with this policy. So if you're a special needs driver or you're a big bus driver, this is what this new policy is going to look like. And if you have issues with it, we need to talk about it. Park at the schools in single file when possible. and that's most every school except for MIS. If you're actively loading or unloading on the sidewalk, engage your hazards so the big buses behind you or the other buses behind you know what's going on. If you're double stacked at the minibuses, move to the right safely or unload when possible when waiting for a student to come from the school. That really only applies to MIS, so that if you've got space and you've got to wait, your pair is late, your student's having an issue, just move to the right so that we all know what you're doing with your door shut, with your hazards on. If it's okay for other buses to go by you, keep your hazards on with your door closed while you're waiting for a parent, or you're having issues with a student, or they're having a discipline issue. Just keep your hazards on. That way the buses behind you know that you are still sitting there, you're still waiting, something's going on, but it's okay for you to go by me. Left turn signal mean that you're loaded and unloaded and ready to pull away. And if you're somewhere and you see a mini with a left turn signal on, let them in. They're trying to go. The only thing that left turn signal means is that I'm loaded and I'm ready to go. So I know big buses get in a hurry and get in a line, but if you see one sitting there, let them in, because they're wanting to go too. If there's a need to stop traffic, engage your stop sign, minibuses. If you're having a kid trying to get out, if you got one running around, if you see something going on, it's okay to throw your stop light out so the big buses behind you know what you're doing and know how to stop. Seems like we've had a little bit of a lack of communication between big buses and little buses. So hopefully this policy will help, and we'll retrain and train new ones as we go. That's the way we're going to do it. I don't know what's coming up here because, again, we have a little gremlin that likes to do things. So Alicia, he did have free reign on this, but Alicia Beavers, she's a driver for number 1. She came to us from Goddard, but she's not a new driver. She's been driving for quite a while. And so, and she's a little crazy because she agreed to be a new trainer for CDL drivers. So welcome aboard, Alicia. And Tony is not here. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I wanted to show those videos because we I don't know.
Something messed with too.
No.
Just hit escape.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, we gave Tony gave a shout out to Keith, and this is his. And I thought you guys would like to see it because it shows us as him being a professional driver.
Had an off day.
You had an off day.
Okay, you got Maze Middle there on your left over here.
Here's Maze Middle.
Coming down Maze Road. And then you got 45th right here.
He backs up. Nice job, Reed. Nice
How
job.
the brakes work.
He might need new brakes now. Wow, nice job.
Definitely needs new pants.
And again, he's not the only one. Now, this is not Amber's, but this is 35. Let's see, where's Randy at?
Back here.
This is another reason to slow down and take another look, take another second, because this is happening to him. This is 119. Okay, this is 21st Street right here. house right here. He's got his red lights on. Yellows. He's honking at that one. He's got his reds on. Yay! And these cameras are really good, but we cannot isolate enough to find that license plate.
Still looking for it.
Wow. I hadn't
So, but if he had not been paying attention and those kids had started to go right out, I don't know how he didn't hit the mailbox. It's a narrow road. It is not two lanes. Okay, I got one more. Okay, this is Amber's, and for all of you guys who are really sweet and try to stop traffic or stop yourself to let cars go through, this is why you don't do that. This car stopped.
Oh,
Yes. Oh! Wow.
maybe you want the.
Candy was on that bus when that happened. So the car stops. And it's really nice. You stop your car, you let that car go through, but you don't have any control of what's happening on the other lanes. And that guy just went.
The baby was there too.
Right here.
Yes, the other one on there.
He swerved. That was a basic ass.
All right, and I'd like to mention that all three of those videos happened in less than 30 days.
Right?
Deb.
I had one this morning. There's a car over to my left on Mace Road. I was falling behind. The car swerved right in front of me to get to that lane. The other car on the left came over because they were going to turn all of a sudden. So that car in front said stop. I had to make a hard stop.
So I don't really have a whole lot because I know that we've.
Yes.
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 Fine. Okay, so I don't have very much considering Kathy had mentioned a little bit about the trips. If you take any time off during that week, you lose your trip. We are starting to do that, especially if it's the same day. You don't get to not come in and do a trip and then not come to work. That's not going to happen. As far as the write-ups, they are getting better. Yes, please make sure to put the actual bus that you're in so they go to the correct bus. We're still having a problem with people putting their mileage down. We have to have the mileage. It is important. One of the other things that I've gotten multiple complaints on, we're all adults here. We need to kind of remember that, yes, we provide and we clean and we do all this stuff, but you guys are using the cups. You guys are using the popcorn. You guys are using the hot chocolate and the coffee machine. You guys are using that, right? And most of you are using it daily. Sometimes multiple times a day. Help us out. Clean it up. If you see it's getting low, let us know. Don't wait until it's gone and then come and tell us. Like, we need time to get that stuff for you guys. You know, this is all luxury stuff that we try and do to help you guys have nice things and treats and snacks and stuff like that. But if it becomes a problem, it's kind of like the kid thing. It's going to start slowly going away because we just can't keep up with it. Like, we had a meeting in here that wasn't even our own, and we couldn't even give them coffee cups. We had no clue that we were completely out of coffee cups, and we had just bought 3 cases of them. The coffee cups are not meant for popcorn. They're not meant for anything other than water or coffee or the thing. And we ask that you don't use 5 cups, 1 person, same day. Take 1 cup and use it all day, okay? But try and help us out. We're all adults. We can do that. The other thing that was mentioned to me, sub-drivers, if for any reason you guys are driving and it's the holiday season and you get a gift and it's literally you're only driving like tier 1, you get a gift from a student, please make sure to give it to the actual driver. That is for them. Now, if you're a sub-driver and you've been driving that route for like 2 weeks straight, it's pretty much yours. I mean, sorry, it is. But like, we have had some issues where kids have brought some stuff for drivers, and because they were gone for a doctor's appointment that day, they didn't get it. So, and then they found out after the fact because the kid came up and said, "Did you get my stuff?" And they didn't know anything about it. So please, please be respectful if you're being a sub-driver. That stuff belongs, these drivers have been driving some of these kids for years, not just 6 months of this school year. Some of them have had them the entire time. So please just try and keep that in mind too, okay? Yes?
You know, when you say about clean up the break room, stuff like that, which, great. Who cleans up the women's restroom when a little boy?
I've already taken care of that.
We have done that, and actually I did it yesterday.
Thank you.
Which, I won't lie, I was a little irritated at, considering I wasn't even here yesterday afternoon, and that's another thing, I get it, but nobody seemed to have mentioned it to management that night.
I guess it happened.
So that's kind of, you know, that I know of. So I found out the next morning, I went in and I cleaned it. But that has been addressed, but yes, if you guys have an accident, whether it's you, a little one, whatever, the dog, you know, let us know or help us out, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna have you cleaning toilets or something like that, but we have to know too, but, you know,
This is a little one that always goes in there.
yeah, and we've handled it, we know about that one.
Maybe I don't feel good, but you say nobody say nothing to them before last month, yesterday?
That I know of, I'm just saying.
I talked to Chris about it.
Okay.
I told him everything.
Well, again, yesterday he was in meetings all day, so I didn't get to talk to him a whole lot.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was even irritated because it was all the walls, the door hanging, it was even the toilet paper was very wet with the same thing over on the top of it.
Yep, we took care of that. Yeah, it won't happen again.
So we're good there. But even not just that, like in general, like we've walked in and the tables are messed up, there's coffee on the floor. That's not just the kids, guys. So that's all I'm asking for.
And the stuff that's in the break room is intended for you, not for the children. Okay? So no kids should be on that hot chocolate. If one of our kids gets hurt on that hot chocolate machine, it's gone. We're done with it. We won't have it anymore. If they choke on popcorn, they're not my kids. They're not our responsibility. You guys need to take care of them so they don't use the hot chocolate machine or the cappuccino and they stay out of the popcorn. Don't let them in the refrigerator. This is a privilege for you guys to be able to bring them to work. Just make sure you keep track of them. Don't let them run all over the place. I've had to get on 2 or 3 kids that were screaming in the hallway because I was on the phone with an angry parent and I got a kid screaming in the hallway. That didn't go well. So just keep track of your own kiddos, okay? Or we're gonna have to do away with it. It's getting out of control. Okay. Thank you, Miss Deb. Miss Tammy, you have to have the mic. We're almost done, guys. Hang in there.
I'll make this as quick as possible. On the 20th of this month, they're having first aid and defensive driving. It is a state law that you have to have it. So if you are on this list that I'm going to name off, you need to be at that. If you can't be at that, you need to come talk to me. So I have first aid, Angel Dent, Austin Doyle, Michelle Smith, Greg Lies, not till 1:24, but you might consider taking it now. Nick Murphy, Alan Bashford, Deborah Belcher, Sarah Sanford, Randall Schmidt, J.B. Schmidt. 1:24 is when his expires, so he has a little time limit. Clifford Schmitz, Terry Sharp, Magdalena, Oscar, Heather Sweeten, and Michael Tuttle. Okay, and then also defensive driving. I need Austin Doyle, Magdalena, J.D. Schmidt, Teresa Seiler, and Michael Tuttle. Some of these people have just started, so that's why they haven't got it yet. I just want to remind everybody that it's on Monday. Okay, I think defensive driving is first at 8 to 12, and then first aid from 1 to 5, so please be here. And y'all know I moved from one place to another, and I think some things got a little misplaced, so if you're on the list and you have done this, please don't come yell at me, just give me another copy, okay? So driver's license, I need Jenny Sill, Dalton Yoakum, Carl Donham, Aaliyah Fillmore, Linda Larson, and Tiffany Rima. And then physicals are coming up, so we have Tony's expires shortly, Vivian Lowe, Tony D, I should say, Vivian Lowe, Jim McCargo, Nick Murphy, Patty Gore, Heather Honish, Sean Ray's expired 9/23. I've already talked to him. Oh, Tiffany Rima, Rebecca Schaefer, Jason Thomas. So please, this is important. We need to know we need to have this information in case we get audited. And also, who is driving 210? Anybody? 211 or 211, 210 or 211? Anybody driving that? My keys are missing, and I'm the key guy, okay? So, the key is missing, nobody wrote their name on the board. So if somebody has that key, please bring it back to me. Thank you. Yes.
I gave you mine and you.
Tony D. Oh, okay. All right. I need to talk to you. I think I might have lost it.
Well, it's admitted that I was late.
Can't drive.
Right.
Mine, oh, I don't know how to.
All right. Okay, I think we're almost done here. Kristen, do you have anything you want to add?
Just super quick, and I'm loud, so I don't need a microphone. We talked about some of this stuff yesterday in TAC, and I know it's been said multiple times today already. Slow down, guys. There are so many things, and we're all guilty of it, me as much as you sometimes. But I am constantly seeing people speed. I'm constantly seeing people red lights. I'm seeing lane changes again this year with no turn signals. Slow down, take a few extra seconds every day. It's not just a one-day thing. We need to drive cautiously every single day. Another thing that we're seeing a lot of, when we're leaving MIS in the morning and in the afternoon, if you would take a second to look down to 45th, the intersection of 45th on 119th, if there is room in that parent line for the parents to move up in front of the driveway, take a second, let the parents move up. Yeah, you might be running the risk that a parent is gonna block the driveway, but 9 times out of 10, they're gonna leave a gap, they're gonna let you go, and it avoids the backup in the intersection, because once that starts getting backed up, nobody's going anywhere. None of the buses that are sitting at the light, they can't turn, they can't go anywhere either if we're all right there. Same goes for the kids walking on the sidewalk. If there's a group of kids getting close to that sidewalk over there, stop your bus behind the crosswalk and let them go, whether they're leaving in the afternoon or coming in the mornings, because I can't tell you how many times I watched it yesterday, 10 kids standing on the thing, and the principal ended up coming over there and stopping buses to let the kids walk, because they've been standing there, and bus after bus after bus just took off. Also in the afternoons, I've seen this several times, both in front and behind me over at MIS. Same thing there. When we're pulling out, I know we want to get out of there and we are on a time crunch, but we shouldn't be pulling out and blocking the parent lane. Because again, if you're blocking the turn lane and the parent lane, traffic can't move up, those parents can't move up, and it creates congestion at the intersection. So take a second when you're coming up there, look down. It takes 30 seconds off of your route, and it can save everybody ultimately a lot of time, because that 30 seconds can get everybody else flowing and moving. So just slow down. I know, again, we're on a time crunch, but the most important thing is that the kids get to school on time safely. If they're late because of us, they're not counted late. It's a transportation thing. Those kids are not marked as tardy. It's not anything that we can control. Their safety comes first. Taking 30 seconds could end up saving a life, so slow down, guys. That's it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
When we're going down Maze Road, so north or south, which lane should all the buses be in?
Which lane should buses travel in when you are more than one lane wide? The right-hand lane, that is correct.
You see a lot of people going in the left lane, the those buses blocking the view from the right lane,
Okay.
the buses in the right lane, and we could have an accident.
Yep. Okay, so here's the deal. And it happened 2 days ago. We had a bus move to the left lane. And guys, it's a convoy. It's a convoy. Whoever's in front of you, you're following them. That is your job. So if your bus in front of you moves to the left, you're in a convoy, you follow lead. You move to the left. I don't know why they move left, but we're moving left. We're bumblebees, we're ants, I don't know. But just do what that bus in front of you is doing. Okay, unless they're turning, don't be stupid. I mean, if they're coming up to a turn and you know it, don't be silly. But when you are going from school, let's just say Mays Elementary, or Mays Central to South. When the front bus moves left, and I'm the bus behind them, I am moving left. I don't know why, but I'm moving left because the bus in front of me moved left. We're in a convoy. It happened a couple days ago, a bus moved to the left. There was a trash truck or something in the right-hand lane. We got around the trash truck. The front bus decided to stay in the left lane. I don't care why, but she stayed there, he stayed there. I'm gonna stay there, because I'm following convoy. I am not going around them. Why would I do that? It's a convoy. Stay in front, especially when we're lining up. I don't care. If you're moving from school to school, just stay in line. Okay? There's no reason to, are we supposed to pass other buses? No, we're not. It's in the handbook. Don't do it. Just stay in line, stay in the convoy. There's no reason to be in a hurry. Preaching that over. Front desk. Sarah, if you guys have not met her, she is awesome. She caught on very, very quickly. We don't pay her nearly enough to do what she's doing. She has picked up the radios very quickly. She's picked up phones really quickly, so we're super excited to have her. If you haven't met her, unfortunately, you're not going to meet her this week, but maybe when she comes back after break, make sure you stop in and say hi, introduce yourself. She's awesome. Okay. I think we are done. Anything else before we let you guys go? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Stay healthy, and we will see you on the 27th, bright and early. Well, don't forget to come back tomorrow and the day after, but have a good break, guys. I appreciate all you do.